Hello dear viewers, my name is Nino and you're watching Nino's product reviews, and today we're going to take a look at the TomTom Runner 3 sports watch. Now these two watches are actually the Runner 3 music and cardio, so that means that they have internal storage, a little bit over 3 GB, a Bluetooth connection with which to connect to Bluetooth headphones, and they have a heart rate measurement sensor built in, so heart rate sensor and internal storage plus Bluetooth. Of course, they also have GPS, and since it's a TomTom device, TomToms are basically the kings of GPS. It is very precise. I was very satisfied with that. But that was not the only strong side of this watch. I found that the battery life is excellent on this device. Now I've easily managed to hold out for 2 weeks if I didn't listen to music at all. In these 2 weeks, if you listen to music, things change, of course, because you're using Bluetooth, etc. But within these 2 weeks, when I didn't train and use it as an MP3 player, I did plug it into the PC a few times, so that's a bit of a cheating, but I would guess that you could easily hold, if you don't listen to music at all, which I'm not encouraging, but I'm just saying is statistically, you would probably hold easily 10 days without having to charge this watch, especially because of the actual display technology which is used. It also makes it extremely well visible at any light conditions, whether dark or extremely light. You will have no issues, and you'll see later in this video how I'm actually standing under the sun and everything's perfectly visible. Now the strap is not only beautiful but also feels very comfortable. When I'm wearing it, it's soft but at the same time grippy, so it doesn't slide too much, especially when you need to be using the heart rate monitor. You will need to have the watch positioned a bit tightly so it will not move at all. Even as I sweat, and I do sweat a lot when I train, this did not budge at all, so I was very happy with that. And as I've said, comfort is a big and important point, and this strap is feeling very comfortable. All in all, the watch feels great. I was actually quite surprised because of the initial shape. I thought that it might not be very comfortable, but I was wrong. It was very comfortable. Now, as you can see in the package, we have the charger, the watch itself, pretty big manual, and a small one with pictures, which is very nice, but you will not really need that one for much, since I will show you how to do most of what this watch can do. Now the first step is going to be the music. I have divided this review in several steps, but before I go on with the music, I'm going to show you all the languages that are supported, because people often ask me if it supports this language or that language. Just pause here and take a look at the languages carefully to see if yours is supported. Now, when it comes to music, you can sync your playlists using iTunes or Windows Media Player. But if you are like me and you do not want to use these two, you can also just drag and drop MP3s. Now, they don't actually say this explicitly, but I did experiment and found out that it is very easy to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect the watch with the PC, and I want to really tell everyone that if you want to use this watch, be prepared to use it with your PC. It does come with a mobile app for your phone, but the PC just works much better, and you can charge it while transferring all the data instead of wirelessly doing it over the mobile app. I personally found the PC to be a much better option, and you will need the PC for the initial setup the first time. So in any case, you will need a computer at least once. It does come with a map, with an app, but I prefer the PC. So after we've plugged in the watch, very quickly the PC is going to recognize the device and is going to start preparing for the synchronization and show us the internal storage here. This is where the whole drag and drop situation comes in play, and the thing that I prefer. I was actually worried that this will not be as easy, but it is really easy and quick. So once we're inside the watch like this, we can just go into the music folder, and as you can see, we already have a playlist with the sample song. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a second playlist manually. I'm going to add a new folder, rename it to playlist 002, and we're done actually. Then we can just enter that same folder we just created and copy paste any MP3 files we like. I have a sample here that I'm just going to copy paste, and you'll see that it will work. I will also show you in a few seconds how to actually connect this device to your Bluetooth headphones, because of course this is also very important. And while this kind of control with a single button might seem a little bit weird at first, it is extremely easy to get used to it. I was surprised at how intuitive it is. As I was watching the tutorial videos from TomTom, it felt like it would be confusing, but no, it's actually very easy to do. And you just pull it gently and it's going to unplug from your PC. That's how you get the watch in your hand again. And as you will see, you just need to go once up on the button here, and it's going to start looking for Bluetooth devices. Now you could connect it to a Bluetooth speaker just as well as to Bluetooth headphones. There is a version of this watch which actually comes with Bluetooth headphones. I did not get that one simply because I have enough of them and I don't need another pair. So I'm gonna set my Bluetooth headphones into pairing mode as well while the watch is looking for a Bluetooth device, and within seconds these are gonna connect. A great thing that I found out is that the Bluetooth headphones have a remote control which is being recognized by the watch as well, so you can modify the volume and change songs from the Bluetooth headphones. You don't need to actually touch the watch for that. That is very nice. And in case you want to listen to music while using any other function or training, just remember these steps we just took, because basically you're gonna have to do this and then move on to the training as you would normally do if you hadn't connected the headphones. So that's pretty much it for this part. We're gonna move on to the actual sports tracking and how to upload tracks, because these tracks that you can go hiking on are very interesting. So here we see the actual homepage that you are always redirected to after you register on the homepage of TomTom. You have all your statistics here, you have all your goals and other information that the device is tracking, like sleep. And about sleep, that's something that I'm missing on the watch. Some kind of cover for the display maybe, or something like that would have been great, simply because I do wiggle a lot when I sleep and I don't want to scratch the watch somehow against the wall. Now as you can see, we can upload different kind of things here, and I like to use GPSs to create my own track and upload it. Now we need a GPX file, and GPSs can create tracks and format them in any file you like, GPX being the standard one. So you're just gonna go there and you're gonna create a very simple track. I'm gonna show you how it's done. It really is not hard, and you can choose anywhere in the world, of course, so don't be afraid that your country is not supported. No matter where you are, the map's pretty detailed, so there's nothing to worry about. I'm sure you'll be able to set up a great track for wherever it is that you live or you want to go. So once we're in here, I'm just gonna take something very simple. I'm really going absolutely at random here on the map, and I found something that'll be good enough. I'm choosing to go on foot, and I'm gonna set a starting point by simply clicking. Then I'm gonna click around the block a little bit, and that's it. That'll be my track. You don't need much more than that. You can name it quickly, download the GPX file, which you will see in a moment, and upload it onto your watch. And again, you will see that too. Now, I want to mention that this works really well with the watch. That's the thing that I really love about it, is that everything is simple. Now you don't have to use GPSs here like I do. There are many pages on the internet with ready tracks and whatnot. Everything's available for you. But I just love the fact that all of this is very easy and very quick. You don't need to be a specialist for this. And now that you've seen how easy it is on my video, I'm sure even those of you who are worried that they won't handle it will have no trouble whatsoever to make their own tracks. Now what you have to consider is when you upload anything, your watch only syncs the first moments after it's connected, then it starts charging. That means, and as it's telling you up there, the application, you need to actually unplug the watch, plug it in again so it can sync one more time, and then you will have the track on the watch. And again, here you can see how clear the display is on an extremely sunny day. It's very nice. You'll always be able to see what's going on. The heart rate monitor turns on. Our GPS is tracking. We have our first trail that we uploaded. Here it is. And now I have to put the watch on. It's going to tell me how my heart rate is, and it's going to also consider all the data that I have already included in my profile, like my weight, my height, etc., to calculate the heart rate and to tell me if I'm overdoing it, if I'm in a fat losing mode, etc. So this is very useful. You can also do things like elliptical machine and whatnot if you're training indoors, and this is very useful in any case to just observe your pulse. I like it a lot. You can use the MP3 music while training, so that's great. Now if you wanna check your pulse while training, be sure to have it fairly tight and over that bone over there, and as you can see, it's already telling me what my pulse is. I can get going, as it claims. And again, it works very well, and it didn't disturb me even when it was tight. It can also show you all the stats that you actually see when you log into the online application on the watch itself, that you do simply by going left from the home screen. And speaking about the home screen, there's something that's a bit of a minor gripe here. I'm actually missing an option where I can see the day of the week on the watch. I know this is really stupid and minor, but I see the date perfectly and the time. I just feel like a Friday under the 28th September would have been great, or whatever date it was back then. Okay, so I'm gonna lastly show you how the backlight of the watch works. It's very nice as well and very easy to trigger. You just put your hand on top of it. And in case any of you are interested, take a look at the watch or want to buy it, there will be links to Amazon in the description. I would like to thank you for watching. I hope I was able to help you all to make your decision and to operate the device. If you have any questions, feel free to just write me any comment under the video or directly. Have a great day, and I hope I'll see you on the next review.